That's why I coach Brooke. Wow. So is that the first time you've averaged 200 for a season? It's kind of fun, right? You're gonna have to get used to that because you're gonna have to be competing against the boys from now on. Believe me, you can do it. Really? It's not what it's gonna stay. Did you really? Mm. It's not gonna stay there. I think you're probably gonna shoot something huge soon. You didn't move? Did you move quick enough? Because what you have to do, is what I was talking about, Mario. You guys have to start looking for the changes before. Don't make your adjustments, but you have to start. So if you see somebody going 4 pin high, or if you see so instead of being a nice shot, maybe yours is high flush. I mean that's another indication where you should make maybe a small adjustment, maybe a one board move or something like that. So you can stay ahead of the changes as opposed to changing as the lanes change. I think that's where you get in trouble. Mhm. So what did you think about the last round at GG? What do you think happened? I think we mismanaged the round. I think I should have done like we did that one day where make sure you're throwing it well, and then I can start moving. But I was so used to having Leslie where if something starts to go off, she could come get me. But so I have to learn to manage my time a little bit better. But I think that when you get uncomfortable, that's your worst enemy. Just remember, at some point in time, you're going to be uncomfortable. That's when you have to trust your training. You have to, because there's going to be times where you're going to feel just awful. You still have to trust the fact that you've done the work. Okay, that's what you're going to have to get used to. If you want to be a 200 bowler, which you really already are, you mentally have to think you're a 200 bowler. You have all the tools and the gift to do it. Right now, you just don't believe in yourself enough. All right, which ball you want to use? I know, but which one you want to start with? Okay. Okay. So the thing we're going to work on this year is more of, instead of this, we're going to do more of this. Okay. And we're going to make sure we're going to get your head over your swing plane a little bit. So we're going to address what all the coaches are talking about. So instead of coming in like this, you want to be coming in like this, and then just be able to just kind of rotate around. The thing of it is, the ball's going to turn your hand, so you only have to think about doing this. Okay. So when you do your one steps, I don't even think I have anything that fits. So when you're doing your one steps, Make sure when you swing it back, you push your head here, and when you get here, you want to let the ball come down, and then just kind of right here. Okay, so it looks like okay. So it's here, and then let the ball come down. Your shoulders are going to be the last thing that really moves. You want the ball to get down there, and then all of a sudden, there you go. So what's going to happen is the ball's going to accelerate in this direction as opposed to that direction. That's where we ran into trouble, I think. So either the ball got out too much, the ball didn't come back, or the ball came back too much. Or if we can get it more like this, then we can get the ball's going to accelerate that way. It's going to be easier to hit the pocket. So for kicks, I want you to move about 10 left. Yeah. I want you to get used to really kind of angling your body that way. It's a perfect time to practice it because the ball is going to hook. Anyways. Yep. Very good. Let me know when you're warmed up. Okay. Throw one more. Won't throw one more. We're going to be doing 3 steps this year. Huh? You're not going to like them, just so you know. Okay. Full approach. So you see how once your hand will go, instead of like this, it's going to go more like that. See? So you're doing even less this. So usually you're like this. Now it's more like this. And that's more manageable, to be honest with you. So you're going to the sweeper? Okay. I assume that you may want me to be there. I'll be there. That'll be good. Needs to bowl more. So the big thing is, even if you feel like crap, I want you to be able to hold your position. I know. Yeah, it was. But I want you to try to even so here's what happens sometimes. So if you feel really off during your approach, okay, um, and you don't finish the shot, chances are you're going to throw it even worse. You're going to throw it bad anyways. You don't want to you don't want to multiply that. So try to hold your balance as much as you can. And it's going to give you information that you're not going to usually get. Oh, so be prepared. You're going to have to open lanes up. It's going to be very rare that you're going to be able to play straight up. That's one thing that you and Amara both have in common. You just your balls are going to hook more. So your feet are going to probably be at least at 25, sliding 25. But here you almost have to be sliding. Well, where'd you slide on that one? You need to be able to tell me. Yeah. So you're standing where? Stand 26 and shoot the same mark. Yeah. Oh, that happens to me all the time. I have brittle nails. Nice. So now that's going to force you to slow your swing down. Because the biggest thing is we need to get your swing speed nice at a constant pace so that you can get your slide leg out in front. We also need to make sure that so as your ball comes back, you need to get your head over your swing plane a little bit more. Where a lot of times you're here, we need to get more of this instead of you do. Not as much, but you do. You're like a bobblehead. You're like a bobblehead. Cool. Now parallel right too. So we're going to keep the angle. We're just going to start getting into dry a little bit quicker. The problem with you kids is you guys don't make small changes. So if the ball goes high, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm high. I got to, all of a sudden you're in the mentality that you got to make a big change. You may be one or two boards off. You need to be able to identify that. That's a good shot. So there are two things you have to think about. Where's the friction? What kind of angle do I need to get to that friction? Okay. Most of the time the friction's in the same spot, but on sport patterns, that friction spot changes. Okay. So what adjustment do you think you need to make on that one? Okay. With your eyes or your feet? So yeah, the eyes are the ones that's the most minor change. So you should use that one a lot. Ooh. How far did you miss on that one? It's like 10 boards, 20, 90, 100. That was awful. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So you see your shoulder? Watch. No, I know, but watch what your shoulder does. Your little tiny shoulders. It actually goes this way. What you want to do is let the ball get down there so your shoulder stays more behind your head longer. And that's going to get. So what happens is if your shoulders close, you will actually miss two or three boards right. Keep going. We never really had you pay this much attention to it. But now that you're throwing the ball better, my goal is to create a. I want you and Amar just like take off. I want you to distance yourself from the rest of the area. You guys need to just like start crushing people. But you have to get used to that and not let it get to your head. I don't think I have that problem with you. You have to remember to keep the confidence. You can. See, the thing of it is, we're going to make you be able to release the ball without trying. So you never have to worry about that. See, before you actually had to produce, you had to create um, rotation. You don't have to do it now because your body got longer. So we're using your legs and your swing and body positioning to get you ball to rotate the ball, but still, be able to keep it nice and in control. So I don't think you're ever going to really have, because I'm not going to ask you to. We had to do that in the beginning to get you to hook it. But now that you do it naturally, we don't have to think about it. So if anything, we just want you to be more relaxed. Wow. Plus, you take precautions. No, that's good. Okay. So we also want to make sure that when you slide in and you don't bend over. But I wouldn't think about it too much right now. We'll work on that over the year. But ooh. Oh, oh, huh. When you start getting your legs straight, that straight, I like that. I like that finish position there. It looked aggressive, but it wasn't overpowering. Oh, that was, and this will make sure that the foot doesn't come off the ground that much. This is what we've been waiting for. That was good. So move your eyes one right. Hmm. Ooh, that was really good. Oh, daggone it! Oh God! Do not let her buy you Crocs. Do not let her buy you Crocs. Huh? Go, throw it again. Ah! Yeah, it was good. It was a great shot. Probably the best, probably the best shot that you've ever thrown. And yeah, I didn't get it. No, 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 no. I got you coming back. It was really good. You walk kind of crooked though. Look, see, it's kind of crooked. You weren't comfortable on that, and you weren't as smooth on that one. Well, that's the only difference. It was actually a pretty good shot. So I'm actually being nitpicky. The other ball was really good. Keep going. What's the gash in the ball? There's a big gash in the ball. I'm just kidding. I just, I am funny. You just don't realize it. Come on. You haven't cried yet. Oh no, I've seen you cry once. Yeah. Yeah, it's because you ran out of the room. You need to be able to throw strikes when I have the camera on. All right. Nice and smooth. Slide into it. Well, yeah, it was pretty bad. Wait for the ball. Just remember, you're a little bit taller, so the fast footwork doesn't work. Nice, even pace. Yeah. You throw one good ball. No, I know. Make sure your left hand doesn't get too far in front of you. This way. So instead of this right here, what you do here, what? What? Throwing more strikes than you. I don't know. I haven't been. Nothing. You get nasty. That nasty attitude. All right, nice and smooth. Let everything happen. There we go. That was a good one. It's a good ball. I even think the release is pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. We can do that. That's actually pretty good. Looks like you slid just a little bit less, if I were to say anything, but it was still a good ball. So just make sure that you allow yourself to slide into it. Like a lot of times when you really start going sliding too much, you're lunging forward, so that takes you a little bit further. What we want is a nice controlled slide. So when you feel that foot come off the ground, most likely you're leaning forward a little bit. So that'll be our telltale sign. That's That'll be something we really, really work on. Because when you allow yourself to really kind of stay like this, your ball gets off your hand a lot better. A lot better. Almost looks like one of mine. About 60 years ago. Yeah, I'm not 60. I mean, when I wasn't born. I mean, I never threw it that well. Oh, I like that one. You looked aggressive on that one, but still nice and soft on the bottom. I forgot to look for that when I hit you in the head with a. Now you have to admit it was kind of funny. At least a little bit. No? Okay, well. How do I make you do it? That's good. You'll get used to it. Move your feet too right. Because you're actually getting the ball a little bit to the right. So Why? Because your balance was off? Why? You don't know why? It's because you didn't allow yourself to get that slide leg out in front and come to a stop. Because you pulled the ball through just a touch. Just a touch. This is the ball to use right here. This is the. I get. I got a lot. Yeah. I think I got 4. You lied to me. Okay. Remember, nice and smooth. Let it happen. There you go. Actually, I thought that was one of your better ones. Well, your pace was good. You weren't rushing. You always looked like you were rushing through it. Now it looks like you actually, yeah. And you didn't do as much as this. You didn't look like a windshield wiper. Right? Really? Really? What did I? Okay, yeah, yeah. So what you need to also need to do is what you need to also need to do. Anyways, shut up. You need to get in the habit of looking back because when you're bowling good, then you come and talk, you communicate, you look. But when the things get tough, the last thing you do is look back. That's when you need to look back when you're struggling. All right, throw another one, just like that one, so we can switch balls. Come on, hurry up, let's go. Not sometimes. It's a constant battle. Still wasn't that bad. Tom? No, not really. You know what the problem was? You pulled the ball down a little bit. You kind of lunge forward. That's why it feels like that. It's really not. So what happens? You don't allow, as you get in this way, the ball. You can feel the ball coming down. What you want to do is get there, let the foot get out there in front of you, and the ball comes in behind. Just like the one steps. That's what you're getting used to. So when you leave those, you just need to slide and wait for the ball because the ball is just not finishing quick enough. You got to get around the corner a little bit quicker. But really, the angle is pretty good. You just got to get to roll up better. My guess is your swing got fast. A touch. Just a touch. I'm just saying. That was awful. That wasn't very good.
Why would you go on to this?
Because we got to figure out why.
Everything, okay? That was so bad.
Think controlled from the very beginning. You look muscled from the very beginning. See how you're pulling the ball back?
That was the ugliest thing I ever seen. Delete it.
I'm not. Oh, sure, I'll do that. Just remember this. No.
That was so bad. Why
That
did
was.
you let me throw that ball?
I don't know. I could probably throw that better with a house ball.
You should have known before I threw that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, you want to see the best shot of my life? Just kidding. We missed it.
Oh yeah.
Or you can watch that one.
Oh yeah.
Watch that one. You want to see your kids?
Yes.
No, go back. Go back. Why? I'm on that team.
Oh yeah.
I
I know.
carried that team to the victory.
So, see, who do you have? Let's start with Isaiah finished out with a 208. Kylie finished out with a 148.
Okay.
Parker 182.
Nice.
Brooke 213.
Yeah.
Matt 215. Jonah 178.
Nice.
Spencer 191.
Come on, can you flip the page?
Two over Joey, right?
Mhm.
208. Cole 177. AJ 182.
Oh wow.
Brianna 181. Amara 220. Ryan Roth 167. What did you think about his damn scores?
Yeah, that was awesome.
224, 261, 229.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shit my pants. I was like, you go, boy. Garrett 223.
Nice. That's awesome.
Isn't that great? So y'all got $150 apiece.
Just like the last week.
Yeah. So how did you do for a point?
See that?
I see that.
Me. See that? Me.
Got so close.
Did you shoot 7?
No.
Ouch!
You thought it was gonna come from her?
Yeah, I did.
You see this? I outdid everybody just like I did last year.
The females.
And them.
Oh, and the boys. Yeah, you did get the highest.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but Parker did really good too this year. And he ended up with 30. And look at Dylan Blickman. One of our big boys.
Yeah, I noticed
I
that.
hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
Who?
This guy.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Well,
Jareed. Somebody said that he was the quiet one. He was like,
Yeah.
No, George is the quiet one.
Yeah.
They were.
weird.
Well, DeBat was saying that
Yeah.
George was the obnoxious one, and me and you were looking at each other like, "Are you getting them confused?"
yeah,
Because Eric's the one. Everybody
he's a
wants to kill
knucklehead.
at Woodbridge.
yeah. All right, keep going, girl.
Yeah. Are you coming tonight,
Yes.
Mathis?
Are you gonna look at my shot?
This was awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
See how you're rocking back and forth? That was really bad. See how you're rocking back and forth?
Why did you go in the gutter, girl?
Because she threw it awful.
Because Brian made me throw it off.
I didn't make you throw it
It's
awful.
his fault. He's my coach.
You threw it awful on purpose.
Well,
He deserved it after he missed the best shot of my freaking career. He did it. It was really good.
It was good. It probably was the best.
Wait, Mom, this one's for you.
I actually, when she threw it, I was like, wow. And then I look back and have her walking back, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden I hear, what are you doing?
Brooklyn. Get up there.
All right. So just remember, when you get your crossover step, make sure you push your head. Because we need, you rock, when you don't get your head over your swing plane, that's when you rock back and forth. Oh, go back one left with your feet. I actually like that one. That was a good one. Actually, that was really good. So one back left with your feet. So the big thing, keep your head over your swing plane. So as you get your, you make sure your crossover step goes this way, but your head has to stay over the top of your swing plane. Otherwise, your swing plane goes that way. Ooh, wow. That finish position is really starting to. So that finish position is starting to look really strong right there. So the big thing it's always been is your finish position. Your foot goes from here, and then lifts up and goes here. Now it's starting to slide. Everybody has a different one. Like Tabby's is bent, Slammers is sort of straight. But I think with your body line, I think that's perfect right there. See how smooth it gets there? It didn't used to do that. When you do that, the ball actually rolls stronger. When you don't, then the ball goes in a gutter. Attitude. Punch, will punch you in the head. That may come back. Well, it wasn't perfect, but the ball reacted like that. There's a reason. I mean, you came out of it well. Your balance wasn't great, but I think the only thing you felt is that that left hand is really starting to migrate right a lot. So just think, get your head over your swing plane more, and your hand. We originally did that so that you could get used to opening your shoulders. Now it's creeping this way. So what happens is, instead of here, it starts to go back here. When you throw it in the gutter, that's really why it goes in the gutter, because you're really opening up. Yeah, that wasn't that great. That wasn't that great.
Trash can.
That wasn't that great. We'll consider that sort of. What is he? Oh, that's me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what a retard that
Really? So you see how you kind of bounced down because you didn't let your slide leg out in front. So when you let your slide leg get out in front, that leg goes smoother this way, and you don't do that. That's weird. It's almost like your head just dropping off a table, like the headless horseman. Oh wow, I kind of like that one. I actually like that one. How come all the how come all the good ones you can't hit the pocket? What?
you're mean.
I'm not mean. I'm just that was a good shot. Just gotta get in the pocket. Get your eyes right one. Yeah. Attitude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Your feet got chop, 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 chop. Your first step controls how fast your feet go. When you take a short one, a short first step, everything else gets choppy. When you take a little bit longer first step, it's a lot smoother. Ooh. I actually kind of like that one. Eyes one right, feet one left. So if I say swivel right one and one, you know what that means, right? So if everything swivels, whatever goes this one, the first number is this way, second number is that way.
Okay.
So that means you go right with your eyes one, left with your feet one.
Oh, do you eat fancy bowling terms?
You gotta learn. It's better. That's a good shot. So you see the overall effort looks like you're not really doing anything with it. But you see how strong it's rolling. Okay, switch balls. Whatever ball, doesn't matter. Nope, you pick. You need to start picking. Doesn't matter, just pick one. I know you hate that. You need to be able to make your own decisions.
I do. This one hooks left and that one.
Okay, then make your move. Yo.
It's kind of hot.
Hmm?
Kind of hot. A little
No.
toasty. A little warm.
That's because you're bowling. If you're not bowling, it's kind of chilly in here. So, make your move. What do you think you need to do?
Don't miss.
How far did you miss?
A good amount. Do you like my descriptions?
Yeah,
Owie.
I need exact numbers.
Well, I just missed a lot.
Well, how many?
Oh, I didn't open up, so it was bad.
Well, you gotta know exactly.
Oh, I just got to do that.
I like that one. Actually, I like the execution on that one. Did you miss right on that one? But did you actually hit your mark?
I don't know. I just throw it to see what it does, and then I move off of that. Bye.
But that's pretty good. It looks like the pace of your first step is the really important piece. So you want to make sure it's nice and smooth and not too short. Get one strike. Get one strike with that, and then we'll move off of it. I don't want you to bowl too much today, though. Just makes well. You don't want to. Don't bend over at the waist. You come on. All right, come on. Really? You can battle. Okay. You're so weird. You're so weird. What? You just don't like the way it hit. Why? I didn't think it was weird. Your ankle was broke?
Yes, watch it.
What does that mean?
Snap. It's broke. It's ugly.
It was fine. There is nothing the matter with that. Just means you got lower, which is actually a good thing. Just make sure you don't bend at the waist. That's a good ball. Huh? It's a good ball. You won. That was a really good ball. That's a good ball. I wish I could say something bad about it, but it really, really can't. Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay. Get your feet one. All right, switch balls. Pick one ball, and that's the one you have to strike with, and then you're good. I don't want you to bowl too much. Huh? Sherlock. Well, you already throwed. You already throwed. You already throwed the high road
I don't even have a high road.
or whatever that thing is. IQ, whatever. You already throwed it. Hey, I'm already out. I graduated already, so I'm good. Can you see how the roll is different though? I know, but you see how it's. That's what we're working on. So that one's gonna hook up a little bit earlier, but it's gonna be more continuous. So what are you gonna do? Move your eyes one right, and the feet one left. One right, and then your feet one left. She's our new one.
She's your new one.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Hey, does Jay have any 12 pounders back there?
What's she throwing right now?
10.
Ryan, I swear to God.
Did I? Wait.
You dumb.
You gotta stay on top of him because when he's videoing you, he gets distracted and he'll throw a great ball and he'll miss it. And then you just start throwing stuff at him like she does.
No,
She's been with him
no,
long enough.
no, you
She throws the storm bag at him and he'll get, because it's got all that powder and stuff in there, he'll have the bag on his chest to the word storm.
I can't believe you.
where you just
She'll
go?
teach you well how to treat him.
Just
I'll check with Mary if she's got any.
okay, because we want to get a fingertip, her drilled fingertip. So
No, nothing.
the other one was better.
That one I heard my fingertips come out of it. Like I should. No.
All right, you just have to show
This
one.
is why you don't talk to me. Me. You talk to me. Suddenly you forget how to push the button. You're like, oh,
I
what
did
the
push.
button?
I did push the button.
If you would push the button, it
I
would
didn't push it twice. Yeah. All right, come on. One more. Then you have, but then you have to do strike fest. But then you have to do strike fest then.
No, like
Yeah.
that would no.
Yeah.
That would have been my last
Yeah.
shot if he missed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't want him to think I was just some crazy stalker.
No, she is. She is. She's a crazy stalker. She's nuts. She really is.
I raised her well then, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he got that one on tape.
I did. That was off. No, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Don't wear her arm out because did you
That
ask
was
Ryan
really good.
about what you should bowl today?
Huh?
Did you ask Brian?
No, I told him what I was going to bowl today.
I think apparently she's telling me. I don't know.
I told you I was going to bowl scratch, yes?
Yes. Go to one left. I think that she just needs to mentally be ready. She's physically ready
Yeah.
right now. I mean,
She's just got to get it in her head.
yeah, I know. I'm like, she has all the tools. She just got to mentally be
Because she's going in there with a 183 average.
okay. Yeah.
So it's kind of like right in the middle. I mean, last year with her 160, there's no question. Handicap dude.
Yeah.
There's no question. That's why she won 3 of them.
More patient. More patient. You have to don't get to your swing so fast. So when your feet get fast, your swing gets all. All right, come on. Actually, we're gonna skip strike fest today because I don't want you to throw too many. I'm afraid you might throw like 9 million strikes, and then you'll blame me. Oh. Ooh. Hmm. I like that. See, that ball's starting to hook like it's supposed to. I want you to go 3-2 left. That ball's starting to hook like it really should. Huh? The ball's starting to hook like it should.
My release is just like.
Well, don't do that. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I just think it's getting to the dry too quick. It's getting to the dry too quick. Don't get to the dry too quick. Don't get to the. Yeah, yeah. You're really you.
Sleep more, bro.
I don't sleep more. I don't know how. There we go. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. One more board left with your feet. Yeah, stop adjusting like
I did what you told me.
a girl. Oh wow. Hi, you're good. Tell Isaiah I'm gonna get Michaela in first.